Hi, I'm Liz and welcome back to my channel, Creating Inner Beauty. I'm here today with a deck walkthrough of the latest oracle, one of the latest oracles that I've added to my online shop, Transcend Beauty and Self-Care. And I chose this oracle because I really love the artwork on it, and I wanted to have a deck that people could use that was very affirming and help them stay focused on their personal power and gave them messages around what it was they could be creating in a powerful way in their lives. And so I chose this Personal Power Oracle deck by Deja Drewit. And it's a 45 card deck and guidebook. And it comes in this box with a magnetic closure and flap. And the back says, what is your personal power? This 45 card deck contains 45 personal powers we can all learn to embrace so we can live a more fulfilling life. We are born with many powers, many of which we never utilize or realize we have. Each card is uplifting and meant to inspire any woman and includes journaling prompts. And I also really like that part about it, that it's a tool that you can use for journaling and self-exploration. Build your confidence, feel encouraged, and discover what your soul desires through journaling. The messages in the deck were inspired by the creator's personal struggles with bullying, self-esteem, and self-confidence. So I really love the focus, the artwork, and the various ways you can use this oracle deck, both for yourself, and I've also been using it in some readings with clients, and I find it's a really nice way to end a reading, leaving them focused on something they can affirm for themselves that's positive. So getting into the deck itself. So for the inside of the box, this is what it looks like, and it says you are very powerful, provided you know how powerful you are. Yogi Bhajan, I believe. And then the guidebook is on the top. Let's just take a quick little look at the guidebook. It's written by Deja Drewit, as it says. Comes with about this deck and a little bit about the author's process and experience with it. How to use the deck. What personal questions you can ask this deck, such as what personal power do I need to hone in on? What personal power am I struggling with? What personal power did I struggle with in my past life? What personal power am I mastering? I think that's wonderful. And then it goes into a picture of the deck in full color, a quote, a little description and message, and then some journaling prompts you can use, as well as keywords. And that's pretty consistent throughout the guidebook. Let's just check out the back. And then it talks a little bit more about the artist in the back and some acknowledgements. There we go. Okay, so that's the guidebook. I like using that as she mentioned in the back of the box, just as a prompt for journaling. So powerful. Okay, and then the cards themselves, they have these backs with a little mirror to look into, which I think is a really nice idea in terms of, looking at yourself, saying affirmations to yourself, and seeing who has the real power, which is you, and that reflecting that back to you. So I really like the color scheme and the idea of this mirror in the back, and it has some silver metallic in the backing. And then check out this really pretty color, this sort of like fuchsia magenta edging to the deck. That was another thing that was really appealing about it color-wise. And then let's get into the cards. So card number 1, and you can see in the very bottom, it does come numbered, and the numbers are kind of usually hidden a little bit in the drawing. And the guidebook is numbered, so it's pretty easy to find the deck, the card that you're referencing. So 1 is, I am hopeful. I deserve respect. I love the red lip, that powerful color. I am worthy. And I kind of like how it varies between black and white. drawings and colorful drawings. I can change my thoughts. I feel like this is like really beautiful, this gold glitter, and having it kind of just come off of her. And just this idea that I can change my thoughts, empowering yourself or your client, depending on how you're using this deck, that their thoughts are within their control, that it can take work, it can take time, but you do have the power to change your thoughts and change your self-talk. I am responsible for my life. The little crown here. I am lovable. So, something that, so many of us struggle with at a deep level. I am celebrated. I am not sure if this is supposed to be the creator, but it somewhat looks like her picture. And I think that's such a fun image of her with her hands up and looking really just like satisfied and excited and joyful. I am forgiving. That can be such a challenging thing to forgive. But when we do, it really lightens the emotional load we have on ourselves and can transform relationships. I also just really like her fuchsia hair color matching the side of the deck. Matching is important to me. I am supported. We have also these like angel wings in the back. So I feel like we can take this as I am supported in, a physical 3D way, but also that you're supported by your spiritual guide team and your angels. And the other side. I am curious. And curiosity is really, where everything can start. When we approach things with curiosity and no judgment, that is where we can really reflect on things and make progress. I am sacred. I really like that image. I am divinely guided. And we have what looks like this compass in the background and her beautiful flowing hair. And I love how all these women have different faces and features and different representations. I reveal my truth. I feel like that's such a challenging thing. At least I know for myself, that's something that I am constantly in progress working on. So just to affirm that feels really powerful. I am unbreakable. We see this prosthetic here, but with beautiful artwork on it. And just sort of that, it feels like a real energy of survival and flourishing and rising from the ashes in this card. I trust my intuition. There's our third eye, receiving all of this light and downloads and activation. Trusting intuition is something that can be quite challenging, especially at the beginning of our spiritual journeys. We feel like we're getting intuitive hits, intuitive messages, guidance, but we're not necessarily always taught to trust them. So making that shift into really trusting your intuition is a big one. I am perceptive. It's interesting with the kind of spider webs here. What it makes me think about is how sometimes spider webs, you're walking around and you can't really see them unless the sun is glinting on them in a really certain way, and you just walk into them, which is sometimes not the most fun experience. But when you're aware and looking around and perceiving your environment, you have a better chance of avoiding that experience. I am happy. I love the expression on her face and her freckles. I am blessed. I release what doesn't serve me. Sometimes that can be a difficult, challenging process that brings up emotions. But once we can release, it makes room for something better. I embrace change. And when she has sort of this snake skin pattern on her back, so she's evolving, she's shedding her skin and becoming fresh and new. I am good enough. Pretty. I have permission. And so many times it's just ourselves giving ourselves permission to do things as what is needed. So taking that power back and giving yourself permission to do things. I have a higher purpose. I love that. I am open to receive. I tune out negative people and thoughts. I like how she has the headphones and her glasses. I surrender. I trust in divine timing. I am a creator. We kind of have this world, earth kind of held at her center. It's giving me a lot of Empress card vibes here. I am beautiful. So pretty. I am ready. It's interesting that in the I am ready card, her eyes are covered and her face is covered, and it feels like that moment right before you do something big or take a big leap, and you kind of have to like cover your eyes and scream for a second and then just like open up your eyes and go for it. And it feels like she captured the moment right before that. I speak highly of myself. And we have all the different words: safe, lovable, smart, unique, beautiful, free, worthy. And isn't that so hard sometimes to speak highly of yourself? I feel like that's something that's often not very encouraged, maybe especially for women. So really owning that and being able to talk about yourself in a positive and confirming way, I think is so important. I am a healer. That's super pretty. We have the chakras here. I am fearless. She looks like a warrior. I am abundant. We have the money and the champagne and flowers and her beautiful gold hair. And it's very much giving me sort of like a Taurus vibe here with these horns. And I'm on the Taurus Gemini cusp, so I like that. I am connected. And I think there's also, sorry guys, I just shook the camera. Okay, I think there's also, I need to dive deeper into this. I think there's also astrological associations here, because with the I am abundant, we have, we have the horns, and we do have the Taurus symbol here, which I just noticed. And then I am connected, I believe is Gemini. And, that's all about communication, connection. It's very interesting. I didn't notice the other ones, but I'm sure that it kind of carries along as a theme. Yeah, I believe so. So this one says, I am safe. And it's like she has crab legs here. And I think that's the sign for Cancer. So that's that component. And it makes me think of, Cancer as a crab has the hard shell, and her home is always with her that she can retreat to. So just a sense of safety and enclosure. I am authentic. There's also another symbol here. I need to get better about knowing the astrological symbols, because I don't remember what that one is. I am a problem solver. Another astrological symbol. I like her tattoo. I follow my heart. think this is Libra. I could be wrong though. Forgive me. Guys, the astrology symbols are not at the top of my mind. But it's such a powerful image with the actual like anatomical heart in her hands. I am passionate. I have these moths, it looks like, in the background, and butterflies. I am knowledge. I am determined. This looks like a beehive. I am wild and free. And look, I think that's Aquarius, which I think very much goes with Aquarius energy. Oh, and then we have also the water bearer. So this is like a jar of water and it's like spilling out here. Interesting. I didn't even notice that the first time I saw these. I am a dreamer. And last card, I am confident. Yeah, so I really like the messages in this deck. I think the artwork is beautiful. I think they can be used in readings and just for your own personal self-care practice, introspection practice with a journal. I think that would be lovely as well. I actually used these cards too in a workshop I gave recently that was all about self-healing and, you know, caring for your own energy and using your intuition and connecting with your intuition with oracle decks, and some of the workshop participants had a really good experience connecting with this deck. So I hope you enjoyed looking at it as much as I enjoy having it and using it, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you're interested, you can definitely check out my beauty and self-care shop. I put the link in the description box, and if you like this little walkthrough, go ahead and give this video a like, and if you'd like to see more of these as well as different meditations, healing techniques, and other topics in spirituality and self-care, please feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you and I'd love to connect. I'll see you next time.